Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to part 2 of, Run 28? Jeez. I've been playing this game for 28 runs, plus a couple of extra ones that I did on the side, but honestly, what you see is what you get generally with this game. I actually avoid playing this on my own, if only because A, if I'm going to be going through this long of the game, I might as well record it, and B, I do actually prefer to discover most runes live, if that makes sense. So, we get another dark rune, not very useful for what we're doing here. But, at the very least, we're not taking a whole heck of a lot of damage from any of this. Oh, treant sewer jerks. At least, we have Prismatic Devil to help us out, and we've got our crazy arrow spam. So, between all of them, we're honestly in a very good position. It's just a question of, A, am I ever going to get the necessary power boost that I'm kind of begging for here? Let's turn on our armor boost just because. I guess the other nice thing about the armor buff spell that I picked up is prevent spiting. I believe it effectively reduces the, well, it makes it so like rats and bats and stuff can't hit me, which is actually pretty useful. So we get a water rune, whoops, and I don't have any air spells, but at this point I don't need it. I'm going to put it in as Traveler, because that effectively increases its range, I think. So, hey, storage room. Actually, the one problem with this build is I do actually take a fair amount of damage for whatever reason. I guess it's one of those where it's like I don't kill enemies very quickly, because as great as Traveler is, you have to hit them, and it only casts every 2 seconds. And Striker, I haven't gotten enough shock runes to really boost up the damage. And to some degree, I'm trying to think of maybe it would have been a better idea to get one Striker instead of 2 and go with other stuff. I don't know. It's an interesting question. The other problem is with like a long range build, you actually run the issue of simply you can't see a lot of the enemies off screen, or they're far enough away that you actually have to kind of pay attention to what's close to you before. Yeah, but then again, you want to take out the enemies close to you. So I guess it kind of balances out in a way. I'm gonna turn on the armor boost. Might as well. It's got a short cooldown, but in the end, I'm not going to complain about it too much longer, just because after a certain point, I'm actually going to completely forget I have it. So I need to quickly remember, go into the Runedex. Oh right, I'll do it this way, and it's a light rune. It's discovered, and was it? I don't remember what else it was. I'm gonna have to pull out the mouse cursor for this one. It was called Harding's Radiance. Okay, so we actually need to save our light and air runes, because Harding's Radiance is amazing. I also have a lot of dark, but I'm not going to do Singularity, so I think I'm just going to continually just pile all of our dark spells into, or all of our dark runes into other stuff. You know, discovering new dark-related spells, just because this build has no dependence on them. I was considering doing Dark Wind, but honestly I did that enough a while back, and as alright of a spell as it is, I mean, we already have one long cooldown, long-range spell. Though, I will say, I'm not actually sure which I prefer more. Traveler, which, yes, it does insane amounts of damage, which is very much appreciated, but either Traveler or Dark Wind, because I'd almost say Dark Wind is better. Hey, there's one, so we just need 2 light runes. Let's see how our luck holds out for that one. I don't know. But then again, we did get the luck perk, so we got that going for us. Potentially, maybe. I don't know. I do kind of wish our Prismatic Devil would fire faster. Oh, because we kind of need that for busting up all these blocks. And we get a shock rune. Hey, at the very least, we can pile that into Striker. How much damage does that give us? It's like 0.4 damage? Still not bad, especially if we've got a lot of crits, which is kind of the point. So, we've got a arena room. And I guess despite the fact that the strikers don't do much damage, sort of, they do get buffed by Prismatic Devil, and their cooldown is actually fairly reduced. And I don't have to worry about missing that much. So, bullet size, triple combiner, knockback. Well, I think we all know what I have to do. Bullet size is very tempting, but all of my stuff is small, so that's going to be fairly minimal, and I really, really do want to figure out what new combos I can make. So we're going to do dark, dark. Have I done dark entropy at this point? No, I have not. Chaotic putrefaction. It's got a longish cooldown, longer duration, curses 2 random enemies in the room. They have weakened bullets and take some damage over time. Interesting. Well, it's better than the armor buff, so I'll keep that around. Especially because the cooldown can be reduced. So I'm actually going to pump a bunch of dark runes into it, see how much I can get the cooldown reduced. The answer is... Did that increase the cooldown? No, it did. Oh, what? No. No, that actually reduces the cooldown by a fair amount. So you get a bunch of dark runes in there. That actually could really help. Okay, so let's continue on. We don't have any triples. So, the curse is interesting. I'm not sure how that's all going to work out, but it works for me. Oh, I'm glad I have long range for this. Screw Aqua Imps. Oh wait, those are treants that I don't want to piss off. Okay. Took that one out. Don't get hit by the damage zones. Let's see if I can piss him off. Take him out. Yeah, Traveler. Thank you very much. Okay. And I'll just let Prismatic Devil take care of these things. Because Prismatic Devil, while it is indiscriminate, is very easy to, I guess, invalidate, sort of. Okay, and we're full health. No more rooms on this level. Let's just bust that up and go down to the next. So we could do movement speed, light levels. Well, both are tempting. I'm actually going to go with the movement speed, especially because we already have a boost to that. Because light levels is only going to affect Harding's Radiance, which, while tempting, we need that first, and movement speed is probably going to help us out, if only because that way we can avoid enemies, which is nice. Let's turn our auto attacks back on, and let's get through. So, I have to remember to use that curse spell. Pretty much every time I enter a room, I'll use that, and then I'll get to actually shooting my enemies. Because I think... Yeah. Let's just curse them. Ah, it's got the Dark Knight. Now, as far as I can tell, it doesn't actually do much damage, which is kind of a shame, but I see it as more of a potentially really solid anti-boss spell than anything. Because, say, you and the boss are the only ones in the room. Guess who it's going to hit? It's going to hit the boss. The question is, what if it hits the boss twice? I don't know. But that could be potentially really useful. Especially with the fact that, you know, it's got very long duration. Like, I could see that being really useful. Especially against, say, like the Flameborn Voidling. I don't know why that one episode I thought it was called the Flameborn Vornling. I guess, in the thick of things, I read it as Vornling. Anyway, let's just get with the Cursey, get with the everything. So, overall, build seems to be working pretty well. The movement speed really helps with the dodges, and it looks like a light rune. Unfortunately, we still need one more if I'm going to get Harding's Radiance. But once I got that, yes, I'm going to have to get rid of the Curse Spell. But at the same time, Curse Spell can come back. Potentially, unless I find something else. Then again, I might just replace it with Mindlessness, because Mindlessness is amazing. So whenever you have a status effect, gain 20 armor. Tempting. Don't really need a second one of those. So, I'm going to go with Underdog. And I might actually go with the Stun spell, just because it increases our armor permanently. Small chance to stun, which could be obnoxious, but the thing is, between the status effect, if I get stunned, that's 20 armor. On top of our already, what, 22, give or take? We could actually get to the point where we're taking very little damage from anyone, which is pretty attractive. It's a very attractive concept. I'm not entirely sure if I needed to arrow spam these guys, but I'm going to do it anyway. Watch me kill everybody first. Nope. And in the end, helped a little bit. And it's got a short enough cooldown that it doesn't matter that much. I need to remember to use that one more often. Unfortunately, my fingers have to stay firmly planted in certain positions. Oh, this is bad. That hurt a little bit. But once we get out of the train's messy zone, then we're okay. And now we can just kind of shoot them from a distance. So nobody's ever going to get close. Looks like, oh wait, no, Striker has a much longer distance. And I have to remember that those... Wait, that's a treant. That's also a treant that we don't want to piss off. Okay, well, let's just keep going down. So we have, at the very least, looks to be 4 health pickups along the way, which is going to be really useful, especially when we leave this flora, especially because we're going to be going down to the boss next level, and I would very much like to be full health for fighting him. Even though, you know, chances are we'll have to get smacked around a little bit, but who knows? Maybe we get lucky. So we get another water rune. Wow, I got 3 already. I didn't already have a bunch of uses for them. Oh well, it doesn't matter that much, because I can just keep pumping them into Traveler. If I can get its damage and distance really high, well, we'll be at least be in a very good position. I really hope I get a shock up, though, because if I could get +1 to all shock levels, that'd buff a lot of our spells. Anyway, let's get down in the event room. What do we got? Oh, that's another memory one. Well, let's turn off our autocasts, wait for them to go away, and go. Please be simple. That one, that one. Oh, boy. I'm gonna mess this up. No? Thus far, no. Okay. At this point, I'm guesstimating. Please? Hey, I got it! Okay, so we could do Shock Rune. Very tempting. Damage. Very tempting. Especially because we already have the buff. So let's go with the damage. Then we could do Scavenger. Elementalism. Yep, let's go with Scavenger. We need more runes. Let's turn our map back on because we need it. And let's turn on Autocast. Oh, this is a crappy situation. Rocks in the way. Okay, so. We're... Yeah, this sucks. Well... Unfortunately, we don't have the room for Prismatic Devil to properly fire off. And, well, at the very least, we do have our, like, miscellaneous projectile, which kind of helps. Now let's curse everybody. And then stay over here, just dodging projectiles and firing off all of the things. Looks like there's a shock rune over there, which is good. Unfortunately, I don't have a good way of destroying the impediments, and as much as I like Striker, it does not destroy rocks. Probably didn't need to pick up the health. But then again, probably didn't need it that much either. I can always backtrack. I just don't like backtracking that much. So, we're up against the Bombardier, which is... Uh-oh. He's done that thing again. So, bit of an awkward position with the Bombardier. Oh, right, I can reduce his rune levels. At the very least, as long as I kind of avoid his shit... Oh, this sucks. Well, I'm very glad I picked up that health, actually. So, what... Ow, ooh. What I'm actually going to do right now is take a lot of damage, which I'm not keen on, but did not have much of an alternative to. Please, fire, stop hitting me. Please, Bombardier, stop hitting me. I'm hoping that I can hit him with a really well-placed Traveler. Oh. Is he dead? He's dead. Okay, let's go back and get all that health. The one thing is, you'd think you'd be well-suited for fighting the Bombardier with long range, but the thing is, he just lays so much damage on the ground, and if you can't get behind him when he's doing that arrow spam, you get hit real hard. I'm really glad I didn't get my face handed to me there. Oh, shoot, that's not a destructible. I broke it thinking, it's like, hey, maybe I'll get some health. Bad Wander. Okay, so I think we have multiple hearts, like more than just 4. Yeah, there we go. This is going to help a lot. But I think I'm going to have to pick up all of them just to get back to full health, which not as happy about, but I'll be okay. So we also have... Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a lot of hearts. Probably could have left the last one, but it took me, what, 6, 7 hearts to get up to full? Ugh. Anyway, we've actually got a triple. Can I use it, though? That is an interesting question. So I'm actually just going to keep pumping up this Striker, just because... if I can get its damage really high, or at least, I'd rather have one maxed out than both. So, judging by this, we could actually make a triple. I'd like to make Mindlessness, and I'd like to use the Air Rune for stuff, but at the same time, dying with the triple in my inventory... Oh, shoot, never mind. I guess that's Wind Aura, which, as cool as Wind Aura is, and it is actually pretty cool, it'd be really good on the defensive, but if I can get the other Light Rune, that's going to take up all of our slots. At least for the time being. So let's just cross our fingers and hope we get another one. Because if I can get that, not only are we going to have an extreme ability to get away, but we're also going to have extreme damage, because that's going to make our cooldown reduction. Well, it's going to make everything really quick. It's another air rune. The thing is, since that can potentially help the radiance, whatever it's called, I'm leery about... Uh-oh. It's a Maui head. Maui? Maui. I think it's a Maui head. But it's one of those. They're concerned. Just gonna let the arrow spam take out people for a while. There goes the bandit. There goes the other bandit. Okay. Well, we didn't get smoked or anything like that. That's nice. We're gonna be a little injured, but as long as this floor, as long as this room doesn't throw anything particularly bad at me, I think I'm gonna be pretty confident here. Looks like we got a couple of the wacky treants, a couple of the normal treants, and what looks to be a bandit that is stealing a dark rune from me. Bad bandit. Bad. Okay, next up, turn off autocast. Okay, we can turn this one back on at the very least. We can bust up some shift ropes. And looks like we're actually not done yet, weirdly enough. Well, let's see what we get. So let's immediately get out of there. Those are some hefty debuffs. And I want to take out the Dark Knight, just because the Dark Knight can do a fair amount of damage. And I think that bandit had stolen one of my things. Yeah. So whatever those entropy mages are doing over there, they're doing, or they could actually be some kind of dark mage. I don't know, but they do some kind of crazy debuff. At the very least, we get a heart from all of this. No runes, though. You'd think with the increased rune drop chance, we'd get more runes. Answer seems to be no, at least thus far. Well, whatever. So, let's head down a floor, full health, and a little bit concerned for our lives, but I could go with light levels, could go with crit damage. Crit damage, tempting, but I'd rather get the plus 5% overall damage. That is a much better boost. What is our damage boost thus far? It's got to be pretty high. It's got to be at least 15%. 18%. Huh. I guess it's 22%. Really, it's Prismatic Devil kind of screwing with the metrics, but I'm okay with that. So, let's go this direction, curse everybody, get out of these triangles, freaking slow, and fire at them from the distance, because it looks like their wind stuff doesn't block my lightning clouds, which is kind of nice. Don't want to get hit too much by crazy projectiles, and don't want to get too close to the Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights hurt. So, next up, let's bust up all of the rocks. It's got some health for us, but I'm going to hold on to that. No use, or no sense using it right now. So, curse, and avoid the bats. The bats are scary. And let's bust these things up while we're here. Ooh, rumblers. Rumblers are significantly less terrifying when you don't need to let them get close to you. Now, I could actually go back and pick up that heart. I could also just go fight the boss. Let's see what we're in for. Oh, Burnikai, the Maniacal Jester. So, okay. Ow. Let's curse his face and take out his little jester nuts. This is all a little bit on the concerning side of things, but at the same time, Burnikai is definitely more threatening when you're close up to him, which is good. I do have to worry about when he shields himself, though, because that could be potentially obnoxious. Probably should have also gone back for that health, but in the end, doesn't matter that much. Let's just do random curses. Hopefully it hit Burnikai, but I have really no idea if it did or not. Okay. Also looks like he really messes up my casts from time to time. Ow. Question is, does Prismatic Devil actually... Oh, he's got the thing. Where's the sword? There's the sword. Let's take out that shield of his. Unfortunately, his shield is kind of a jerk, because sometimes that sword doesn't spawn for at least a couple of seconds. Like so. Ow. At the very least, our health is doing alright. There's the sword. Let's take that out. Let's actually get up close to him. Because, oh, there's this thing again. I wonder if I can... I think I can actually curse him so he takes periodic... Oh, don't get close to those. Those are like mines and shit. I thought they were just some kind of slowy thing. Okay, there, we took him out. Oh, and we had a triple combiner. I didn't even... Oh, right, yeah, we did. Sacrifice traits? Nope. Yeah, that's tempting. Okay, Wild Burst. Very, very good. And we get a triple combiner. And another heart. Let's go back for the other one. And do I have enough runes to use a triple? The answer looks to be Dark, Dark, Speed, Dark, Dark, Mind. Yeah, okay, so we can at least make one. Dark, Dark, Speed. What's it make for us? Shadowgate. Launches a shadowy beacon that upon contact with anything will teleport the caster to its location, stunning enemies around the area very briefly. So, holy crap, that's got a really short cooldown. That's an amazing spell. But not for today. Because if you look at that, you can reduce the cooldown, you can increase the damage. Mind you, it does a lot of damage. It stuns everything for half a second around it, which you can increase. We're not going to be using it today, but I could see, oh man, I could see that being a really nonsensical spell for a Dwarven run. Imagine it. You hit the enemy, teleport forward, and the question is, does the projectile do damage, or does the us teleporting there do damage? I don't know. It's too fast to tell on the demo screen. But that is amazing. I'm going to have to use that in the future. I want to do a Shadowgate teleportation run. Oh, that would be fun. Especially because dark runes and speed runes tend to drop fairly frequently. So, do I have enough? I mean, I'm going to have to sacrifice these. Just so I have triples out of the way. Pressure Blast. A bullet of air that goes through everything. Shooting Pressure Blast again causes existing bullets to explode for area damage. Oh. Oh. Whoa. That's really good. It's like really good. So I'm actually going to get rid of Striker for a second. I'm not sure what the range on Pressure Blast is, but it's got a short cooldown. A really short cooldown. I'm going to keep Striker though. But I could see that being solid. I could definitely see that it does. How much damage does it do? It does 5 damage base, and I'm not going to buff it up with the last air rune, but reduces the cooldown, increase the. Ooh, I could see that being a really good complement to the to a fusion run. Even I could see that being a good complement to many things. Yeah. Wow. Oh wow. That is really good, because now we've got the one thing that we didn't have. No, now we got both of the things we didn't have. Actually, I almost want to do a Steam Blast run, but I think at the same time it's better as a complement than anything. So, oh yeah, let's make our Harding's Radiance and become really powerful. Okay, goodbye Curse Thing. I'm gonna get rid of Shadowgate. As much as I like it, currently it's not useful for us. Okay, so Harding's Radiance is pretty much going to make it so we can use, well, so we can run away from everything and then blow everything up. So let's get through here. Curse, Harding's Radiance, and nuke to our heart's content. We are pretty much a mobile turret of gun and death and destruction. And we get another air rune, so I can potentially use that on something. Probably Steam Blast, if any, or Pressure Blast. Because No. As much as I want to use it on Harding, as much as I want to use it on Pressure Blast, I'm going to have to use it on Harding's Radiance. Because if I can get that to have a really long duration, probably not to the point where it's constant, but, well. Now, the one question with Pressure Blast. Okay, so, yeah, oh man. Those are a bunch of spells you do not want to... let's use both of these and become insane. Because the thing is, Steam Blast doesn't seem to have a maximum range either. Wow. We are really solid right now. Honestly, we're probably still going to run into some level of adversity that's going to take us out. But the thing we were missing, essentially, was AoE damage. And we have solved that problem. No questions asked about that. So, let's just keep walloping. Chaos Knights are a bit hale on hardy. I'll worry about those things a little bit, but at the same time, we're good. And there's a light rune. Come on, Prismatic Devil. Because it doesn't look like Steam Blast or anything. Oh. Well, I'll give it a shot. First and foremost, we're going to just hang out back here. Clear everybody out. And then let's see if I can use freaking Stone Eyes. Oh, that's a Rumbler. So, at the very least, what we do have is such insane range that we can... Ow. Stay away from the Rumbler. We have such insane range that we can essentially knock these things around without even getting remotely close to them. Unfortunately, the NPCs are serving to prevent us from doing just that. We might not actually make it through this challenge. Actually, Steam Blast is messing with us just about as hard. Oh, let's see if I can... Come on. Oh, we got... Uh-oh. We got multiple others. I'm just gonna have to push this one. Come on. Come on. Got it. Wow. Whatever that was. Okay, so we want to go with... bullet size at this point. Okay. So we took a little bit of damage there, but ultimately those rims are probably worth it. It was stressful, but we made it through, and we made it through solid. Didn't want to use Harding's Radiance. Figured that would do some pretty weird, nasty stuff to us. Get out of the way of the Journeyman Dark Mages. They hurt a little bit. Note to self, don't stand around. Let them shoot at you, because they actually have decent accuracy, or more per se, they have great bullet size. Harder to dodge. Okay. And we're getting a lot of hearts for all of our trouble. And also, nice thing about all of this, let's go with the Bandit Ace. Let's see if I can take her out just because she's a little bit more on the... Uh-oh. She's a little bit more on the passive side of things, yeah. Trying to stay away from these guys. Stay away from the everything. The Bandits have been a little bit on the violent... Ow. Crap, treants. Okay, let's stop shooting at them. Anything drop in here? The answer is no. Wow, this room is kind of worthless to go through. Let's pick up the heart and keep going. I think we only have like 1 or 2 rooms left in them. Or on this floor, which means we might actually be making a run for the last boss again. We might actually be able to start beating this game on a consistent standpoint, which to me is nonsensical and really nice. Uh-oh. Watch out for the Aqua Imps. Aqua Imps, or they might just be... No, they're some kind of Aqua Imp. Whatever. We got lots of things for our trouble. Wow. Okay. Let's take a quick breather and drop light runes into Harding's Radiance, because, well, we have them. Might as well. That's that. Wow. That is really solid. Because this, more or less, each one increases our everything buff by 3%. Which, I mean, it's only 3%, but 3% makes quite the difference. And might as well just pump all of these into Traveler. Even though Traveler is ultimately not that high on our list of spell stuff, it's still pretty good. And we get a Dark Rune and an Entropy Rune. Might as well pop them into the Curse. Just get, yep, well, Bestiary. Because the Curse actually is good, because you don't have to, yeah, it's 0.43 cooldown reduction with each. Kind of wish it was just an even number for peace of mind, but whatever. Because it increases the duration by a second, and I don't know what bias specifically does with that one. I guess it's something to do with the debuffs and whatnot. Well, let's get out of the range of all of those bats. Those are a lot of bats. Hard to get out of the way of those when you're cornered. Anyway, nice thing about Striker, Striker has really, really good knockback. Oh, those are Earth Elementals in disguise. Well, they have been murdered pretty successfully. So the one problem with Steam Blast is if you're just randomly smashing the button for it, it doesn't actually do the strike through. Okay, I want to see if Steam Blast... Okay, so Steam Blast will only break Destructibles if and only if you're mashing the thing. At the very least, it kind of gives you a decent range before it starts exploding, but that's a really solid spell. I'm gonna have to use that one a lot in the future. Okay, so that was not Earth Spirit in disguise. We're full health. Let's go down into the boss room. There's no boss. Go figure. I already killed the Jester. Go on to the next floor. So what do I want to do? Air Rune. Ooh. I could go with an Air Rune, which actually would make quite the difference here. Or I could go with more max HP. Let's go with more max HP. I know it seems dumb, but we're probably going to need that more than anything else. Because the extra damage is nice, but survivability and stuff, very solid. Okay, so we're on to floor 7, which by now you guys probably know what that means. I'll see you guys on the next part of the episode, where we will continue on and kick the shit out of things, I think. I feel very successful with this run. I'm hoping we go far with it. Never got those shock runes, though. In fact, I haven't seen a single shock rune since, I think. Oh, wait, no, I put a couple into Striker. Oh, well, doesn't matter that much.